A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move, the United Kingdom has imposed sanctions on two far-right Israeli ministers, Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich, in response to their repeated incitements of violence against Palestinian communities in the occupied West Bank. This decision, announced by Foreign Secretary David Lammy, includes travel bans and asset freezes for both ministers, marking a notable escalation in the UK's stance towards the ongoing conflict in the region. Lammy stated that Finance Minister Smotrich and National Security Minister Ben-Gvir have engaged in actions that incite extremist violence and violate Palestinian human rights. The Foreign Office emphasized that the sanctions are a response to the severe acts of violence perpetrated against Palestinian communities by extremist Israeli settlers, which undermine the prospect of a future Palestinian state. The UK's decision aligns with similar measures taken by Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and Norway, highlighting a growing international consensus against the actions of these Israeli officials. The Foreign Office's statement underscored the urgency of addressing the rising violence and intimidation faced by Palestinian communities in the West Bank. In reaction to the sanctions, Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar expressed outrage, labeling the measures as unacceptable for elected representatives and government members. Both Smotrich and Ben-Gvir have faced criticism not only for their comments regarding Palestinians, but also for their stance on the ongoing war in Gaza, where they oppose the entry of humanitarian aid and advocate for the resettlement of Palestinians outside the territory. The UK government has faced mounting pressure from both the public and parliament to take a firmer stance against the Israeli government, especially concerning its operations in Gaza and the West Bank. This pressure has intensified following a series of joint statements from leaders in the UK, France, and Canada, warning that Israel risks breaching international law. Additionally, the UK's decision to break off trade talks with Israel reflects a significant shift in diplomatic relations, further fueled by the comments made by Smotrich, which have been described as monstrous and dangerous extremism. The situation in Gaza has escalated dramatically since the onset of the conflict, with reports indicating that over 54,927 people have been killed since Israel launched its military campaign in response to a Hamas-led attack on October 7, 2023. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza has drawn international condemnation, with calls for an immediate ceasefire and the release of hostages held by Hamas. The sanctions against Ben-Gvir and Smotrich signify a broader effort by the UK and its allies to hold individuals accountable for actions that contribute to human rights abuses and undermine the peace process. As the Israeli government prepares to respond to these sanctions, the international community remains focused on the urgent need for a resolution that upholds the rights and dignity of both Israelis and Palestinians. In the face of escalating violence and humanitarian crises, the UK and its partners are committed to pursuing a two-state solution as the only viable path to long-term stability in the region. The actions taken today reflect a growing recognition that the continuation of extremist rhetoric and violence must be met with accountability and international pressure. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.